Picture this. You're at the beach unpacking your car, and you realize you have way too much stuff to take down in one trip. Your hands are trembling, and the hot sand is getting everywhere.
With BlitzCooling, this will be a problem of the past. Our Blitz magnets will be able to carry any items that you need for your family vacation. Our product will innovate the way you vacation. Whether it be a tackle box, speaker, or anything else your family needs, BlitzCooling is ready to take on your vacation.
BlitzCooling has the magnets you need to make your boring core the life of the party. Join us, and together, let's blitz out your core. So, we are BlitzCooling. Our team, I'm Ben Rubinoff, I'm the CEO.
I'm Evan Savakis, I am the COO.
Adam Lyman, he's the CFO. He's currently at volleyball with the playoffs, hoping they're going to bring him a win.
And Thomas Busey is the CMO, and he had a Whitfield playoff game for baseball earlier today, and they won, so they also qualified for the state championship that's happening in early June.
So our positioning statement. To dads who want a customized core at the beach, BlitzCooling has the affordable magnets you need because you deserve a better experience at the beach with your own accessories. Our problem, like we just said, it's too much of a hassle to carry everything down from your car down to the beach, and everyone knows it's a pain, it's heavy, shoulders are bothering. Our customer segment, it's exactly what we think it would be. Middle-aged dads, make good money, go to the beach every year. Our secondary would be college students. After we hit the dad market, we want to start going to college students, like for the partying and for the tailgating. And after that, single moms with children, because we know they have a struggle with everything at the beach.
So the solution is a very easy, simple to use. It is a plastic magnet holder that has adhesive on the back, magnets in the front, so you can attach whatever item that you would like to want. And as you can see there on the cooler, that is what it looks like. And you just attach using the magnets, and it will stick on. So our unique value proposition, is that we are able to use on any cooler. It's modular. So you can add anything that you would like, take it off, very simple, easy to use. And so some of our competition, like I said before, we are modular, we can use on any cooler. So boat outfitters, for example, most of their products are only compatible with recent Yeti coolers that came out. They have cup holders, fishing rod holders, as you can see, that have a tackle box, but the one downside is that they're very expensive. I know you were paying a price for your cooler, but adding about $70 for 3 cup holders, we believe, is not worth it. Also, Yeti and honestly any other cooler company, they make their own products that are specifically designed for their coolers. Those also are very expensive and are only able to use on that cooler. So Blitz, it's universal, and we are trying to be cost effective to help everyone out. So the pivot, beginning of the year, we wanted to create our own cooler that we were able to attach your items on using something that was in the cooler, but we found that coolers were going to be way too expensive to start out. We didn't have the money, and getting investors was going to be nearly impossible. So we did some more testing, and we found that maybe we could just use accessories to get into the market, and then we even narrowed that down to just the magnets. So no accessories, all we were selling is the magnets there, and that is our beachhead to kind of get into the market.
Pitch meeting due to Whitfield playoffs, but my name is TJ Busey. I'm here with Adam Marvin. Unfortunately, we were not able to attend today's pitch meeting due to Whitfield playoffs, but we wanted to record videos to help out our team and get our part of these slides. So, starting off, we had with the problem solution interviews. So the problem interviews, we found an overall dissatisfaction with the cooler, and everybody kind of had problems carrying anything and their coolers. The solution interviews, people like the idea of using their own accessories, and we found that $50 was around an average price point for what people wanted to pay for. For our market share, we had our total addressable market to be the U.S. male population, 30 to 50 years old. For that, we've got 39 million people. For our SAM, our average income we found was around $50,000 is what we wanted to pinpoint, while still being in the U.S. male population. With that, we got 1,500 515,000 people. And for our market share, we had the church signals maybe being around 3,600 people that are also male and average income of $50,000. For our market testing, we just kind of initially wanted to have a social media presence. We have created Twitter, Instagram, and TikToks, all with the @BlitzCooling as the usernames. We pretty much are focusing a lot on Twitter right now. We want to be doing polls to interact with our customers and kind of get a basis for what we want to have for future products and how our customers are feeling about our products now. One thing we want to look at is our follower count, especially on Twitter, just because that's where you feel like we're going to gain the most amount of traction. For our paid marketing, we want to do paid marketing ad on Instagram. We want to do around 50 clicks a day, and we found that usually we're going to pay around 50 cents per click. We want to run that 4 days a week for 1 month straight, and for that we have a $400 for our total startup marketing cost, which will be on the next slide, the rest of the marketing startup costs. And in the future, for our asking price, we're going to use around $2,000 for future paid marketing campaigns.
Just talk a little bit about our financial model. Our cost of goods sold is $9.60. That is including the labor cost, but right now we're neglecting the labor cost just to have a bigger margin per unit right now, especially as we're trying to reinvest into our own company and create higher margins in the beginning. Also, with this, we hope to lower the cost of goods sold by buying the command strips in bulk. Right now, that's our highest cost to produce these, and we're trying to lower that cost by just buying in bulk. Right here is our financial model. As you can see, the first year we're just around that break-even point. This is because all of our a lot of like initial startup costs are factored into this. Then as we look to year 2 and year 3, we start to grow exponentially, and that's increase in traction, increase of like stir and talk about our product and our company. And this is also as we grow, the cost of goods sold will go down. So some of that startup costs that we were talking about on the previous slide, some of it includes website maintenance, supplies, development costs, marketing, and startup inventory. The development cost was how we, that cost was factored into when we built our prototypes in all of our prototype testing and our solution testing.
Go to the next slide.
Yeah, let's go to the next slide. We'll do this ourselves.
So for our problem solution reviews, we found out that people, like, they're paying a ton of money for their Kohler and it's not that effective. Or they have old Kohlers that are falling apart and they just didn't want to start buying a new one. And they didn't want to spend the money on yet. And our solution, we found people like the idea of using their own accessories. That's how we started using the accessories, and then came upon the magnets. And then we found out that about $15 is a really good point to start selling these magnets now.
So for the market share, we use the U.S. male population, which is 30 to 50-year-olds, and that was roughly 40 million people. With, like I said, the $15 price point, that would bring our total addressable market to little over $580 million. So our serviceable addressable market, we knocked that down even more to adult males that have income of about $50,000 or above. So that is roughly 500,000 people. Again, with the $50 price point, that would bring our serviceable addressable market to 7.7 million. And then our market share, we did the male population, above average income, in Jefferson Hills, that was about 3,600. So that would bring our market share value to 54,000.
Our market testing, so a few months ago, we made a few social media accounts, but we started to focus in on Instagram and Twitter. We started posting like personal bios and then little updates we had on our company. And we found that it's starting to get a little bit of a following. Like, we keep posting, trying to get people to get our word out there about us. And one of the things we want to do is eventually start releasing polls and like asking our customers what they want to see in our company, what we should start moving towards.
So paid marketing, this was something that I know TJ and Ms. Costello worked a lot with, so I might not be as informative about this. So we wanted to go with, on Instagram, 50 clicks a day, so 50 cents a click, 4 days a week for 1 month. That was about $400 for our marketing cost. That was going to be our startup marketing. And $2,000 for any future paid marketing campaigns, so anything on like Facebook, or even sending out emails to anyone that was interacting with.
So our financial model, our cost of goods sold, it costs us about 50 cents per individual magnet to have the magnet itself, about $4 for the command strip, $2 for the 3D printer film, that's how we're going to be making the magnets, and then $3 for labor, and then 10 cents for packaging, which is about $9.60, sell for $15, $5.40 margin, and 36% per sale.
This is again the financial model. This will break down our year profit. So year one, we would definitely be in the negative. In year two, we would move into making some money. And after year three, we'd be making a little more money. After year three, we would kind of hope to see a little more of an exponential growth in that with more marketing and expanding our company.
Our startup cost, so it would be about $50 to maintain the website. We already made it, but to keep maintaining it, have someone pay attention to that, about $50. $50 for just overall supplies, $40 to start developing, $400 for the marketing cost, we already went over how that starts, and $375 to build up an inventory so we can confidently put this out and say like, hey, we're gonna start selling these. So the timeline of our company, we started back end of summer, going into our senior year, going around, like going to the beach, seeing what people, like their main problems, and going into the beginning of the school year, we focused in on the core idea, and we started our problem interviews, and we started looking at making our own board. By November, we started solution interviews, and we finished up our financials, and then we did the mid-year pitch that all of you were at. But at that point, we focused on the accessories, but not yet at the magnets. February and March, we made the social media accounts, and we built our Shopify website. April and May, we pivoted to just the magnets, and then we started preparing for this. And then from now and on, we want to start selling the product. We want to start buying our own 3D printers, because right now we're just making them like down the hallway. And then we want to start our own paid advertising. Our goals, we want to start building up an inventory like we've been talking about. We want to start selling, and we want to start buying our own 3D printers. We will measure our success by how many followers we have, hopefully build up a following, how many people are going to be on our website, how much we're going to sell, and then how many people are going to convert from the paid advertising over to our website and eventually become a customer.
So we were asking for $6,500, and what this would really help us with is buying our own 3D printers. The one that we have in sight is an Ender 3 Pro 3D printer. These run for about $300 on Amazon or just anywhere online. We were thinking about purchasing 3 to 4 of these to really help start a company. Inventory, it's something that I think if we do move into a bigger market, that's something we're going to need, and it's pretty expensive, so some money there. Start paid marketing campaign like we showed before. It's going to be pretty expensive, so that's going to help there. And packaging and shipping costs. We'd hope to start. We don't want our customers to make most of the shipping costs, so I think to start, we would use that some of the money so that the customers don't have to eat it early on. And moving forward, that's something that they would possibly eat, or we just increase the price. So thank you for your time. For questions, we would just like to thank Mrs. Dunsey and Mrs. Costello for helping us out throughout the year, keeping us on track, and we're good today. So any questions?